Hello guys, this is Teacher Maya once again para sa isa na namang math tutorial. And our topic for today is solving equations transformable to quadratic equation. And before that, syempre, dapat ay alam ninyo ang standard form of quadratic equation. And this is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So, ito ay isa na sa mga lessons natin noon. So, sigurado alam nyo na to. And, we are going to write the following equations in the standard form. First equation is x multiplied by x plus 5 equal to negative 6. So, ang unang gagawin is multiply x by x. And the answer is x squared. Then, multiply x by 5, and ang answer is 5x. Then, we write x squared plus 5x equals negative 6. Then, after that, use the addition property of equality, or you may use transposition. Pero dito, ang ginamit ko is addition property of equality. So we have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals negative 6 plus 6. And syempre, negative 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. So we have now the equation x squared plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So it is now written in the standard form. Next equation is the product of x minus 6 and x plus 7 equal to 0. So, pag ganito ang given, we are going to use the FOIL method. So, FOIL method, or F stands for the first terms. And in this equation, the first terms of the binomials are x and x. So when we multiply x and x, the product is x squared. And then O for the outer terms. And sa equation na to, the outer terms are x and 7. So x multiplied by 7 is equal to 7x. Now we have the inner terms. The inner terms are negative 6 and x. So, negative 6 multiplied by x is equal to negative 6x. And the last terms are negative 6 and 7. And their product is negative 42. So, we have now the equation x squared plus 7x minus 6x. Okay, so after nyan, titignan nyo ngayon kung meron bang mga similar terms sa equation natin. And sa equation na yan, we have 7x and negative 6x. And since hindi pareho yung signs nila, so isusubtract natin sila ngayon. So 7x minus 6x is equal to x. So we have now the equation x squared plus x minus 42 equal to 0. Okay? And ngayon, i-review naman natin ang mga methods in solving quadratic equations. So ito ay kailangan natin in solving equations transformable to quadratic equation. Okay? So the first method is extracting the square roots. Next is by factoring. And then, the third one is completing the square. And the fourth method is using the quadratic formula. So, pag nag-solve tayo ng mga equations, kung alin sa apat na ito ang pwede nyong gamitin o kung ano yung gusto nyong gamitin, pwede na yun ang inyong gamitin. gagamitin sa pagsusolve. Okay? So, ngayon, we are now going to solve equations transformable to quadratic equation. Our first example is quantity x plus 6 equals 27. Okay, so ang gagawin lang natin dito, dapat ay alisin or mawala yung ating grouping symbol. And to do that, syempre, we are going to multiply the terms inside the parentheses sa term outside. So the first one is x multiplied by x. And ang product nila is x squared. Next is x multiplied by 6. So that is 6x. So we have now the equation x squared plus 6x is equal to 27. Then, after nyan, isusulat lang natin yung equation na yan sa standard form. So, ibig sabihin, the right side of the equation should be equal to 0. So, ayan. So, we are going to use the subtraction property of equality. So we have now x squared plus 6x minus 27 is equal to 27 minus 27. So syempre 27 minus 27 is 0. So we have now the equation x squared plus 6x minus 27 equal to 0. So ngayon, nasa standard form na siya. So, isosolve na natin itong equation na to. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito is to find the factors of the last term whose sum is the coefficient of the middle term. So, that is by factoring. Okay? So, negative 27 is equal to 9 and negative 3. So, if we are going to multiply 9 by negative 3, the answer is negative 27. And kapag sinimplify natin to or inadd natin, the answer is positive 6, which is the middle term or the coefficient of x. So, ngayon, we have the factors x plus 9 and x minus 3 equal to 0. So after that, we are going to equate each factor to 0. So x plus 9 is equal to 0 and x minus 3 equal to 0. Solve for x. So we have now x is equal to negative 9 and x is equal to positive 3. Next example is square of x plus 3 is equal to negative 2 quantity x plus 3. So, katulad nung nauna kanina, remove first the grouping symbols. So, square natin si x plus 3. So, yan ay square of a binomial. So, ang gagawin lang is square the first term and then multiply the terms of the binomial and multiply the product by 2 and then square the last term. So the square of x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x times 2 is 6x, then plus the square of 3, which is 3. So we have the product negative 2 minus 6. So ang gagawin natin dito is write all the terms in the left side of the equation so that the right side will become 0. So we have now x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. Then, combine the similar terms. Okay, we have 6x and 2x. That is 8x, and then 9 plus 6 is 15. Then this is of course equal to 0. Then use factoring. No, the last term of the trinomial is 15. So what are the factors of 15 whose sum is 8? So we have x plus 5 and x plus 3 equal to 0. Then equate each factor to 0. We have now x plus 5 equal to 0 and x plus 3 equal to 0. Then the values of x now are negative 5 and negative 3. Nakuha ba? And for our last example, for today's topic, we have the equation 2x minus 3 over x plus 1 equals x plus 6 over x minus 2. So, ang gagawin nyo naman pag ganito ang given is cross multiply. Get the cross product of the extremes and the means. Okay, so we have the extremes. We have 2x minus 3 multiplied by quantity x minus 2. So this is equal to, by using again the FOIL method, we have 2x squared, that's the product of 2x and x, minus 4x, product of 2x and 2, and then minus 3x, that's the product of negative 3 and x, and the last terms, we have negative 3 and negative 2. So the product of these numbers is positive 6. And then after multiplying the extremes, let us now multiply the means. So the means are x plus 1 and x plus 6. So if we are going to use the FOIL method, we have now the product x squared plus 6x plus x plus 6. Then combining the similar terms, we have now x squared plus 7x plus 6. So right now, the equation 2x squared minus 7x plus 6 is equal to x squared plus 7x plus 6. Then after that, write all the terms in the left side of the equation, leaving the right side equal to 0. Then, combine the similar terms. So, we have the x squared terms, 2x squared minus x squared, that is equal to x squared. Then, negative 7 minus 7x is equal to 14x. And 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. So we have now the equation x squared minus 14x equal to 0. Then use factoring. So the factors or the common factor of the terms x squared and negative 14x is x. So factors now are x and x minus 14 equal to 0. Then equate each factor to 0. So we have now x is equal to 0. Then x minus 14 equal to 0. So the values of x now are 0 and 14. Okay? Sana ay may natutunan kayo sa lesson na to. So, in my next video, ay I am going to give you more examples.